In the last episode, we showed you what happens when we stay in a place too long. We hit the seas, and we got up close and personal with some underwater carnage. Since then, we've been moving along pretty quickly. In this episode, we visit Monserat, an island partially destroyed by a volcano, make quick stops in Guadeloupe and the Saints, and finally, we try to eat the venomous lionfish we've been shooting. Well, one of the islands we were most excited to visit before starting on this trip was Monserat.
The southern half of the island was destroyed by a volcano in 1997 and 98. I don't think it erupted and poured lava all over the island, but there were pyroclastic mud flows that covered up the capital city of Plymouth, along with a lot of the surrounding villages. And now that entire half of the island is an exclusion zone. You can't be in there after dark, and you just can't even access a lot of it. We were pretty interested to go see what was going on there and see how the population was coping with the loss of their island.
But instead of trying to see the island by ourselves, where we wouldn't be able to go to the volcanic zones, we hired a guide.
The first guy to approach us when we left the dock was this little old guy, a little crooked old man named Wilfred.
Crooked sounds like he's a.
Oh, I mean crooked in physical stature, not in ethics.
That's what in the islands.
If I drink this, we'll come back.
Yes, you'll come back.
Nice and neat.
And it was great. He was good. He started off with and here is the bank, and here is the post office.
And this is the public market. As you know, today Sundays all closed.
Yeah.
This building was Monserat Springs Hotel.
Really? Very fun. Yeah, it's extremely fun.
You've been here your whole life. You grew up here. What was it like to see your home destroyed by pyroclastic flow? What was it like to be completely displaced? What was it like to see half of your countrymen leave and go to England? And once he got going, he was actually pretty candid and forthright with the information.
At least when the people died, it was a Wednesday, we were stopped by a policeman, and then he told us that we just can't be back here anymore. It's all covered. Thursday morning we went up to the government office where you should get something relief. They said they didn't have anything to give us.
Yeah.
And that morning when 5 o'clock we was by the checkpoint where the police is, and they said no, we can't pass. I said to the police, only God could stop us this morning from going back there. We need our clothes. We haven't got anything and we need our clothes. So we passed and we went up and we got our clothes together. So I had 12 cows. Set them loose. Pigs, goats and sheep, set them loose. And we went out.
People we've ran into since wanted to know about Monserat. It's not typically on the beaten path for cruisers. They generally go Guadeloupe to Antigua or Antigua to Guadeloupe and just completely skip over Monserat.
For me, it was the most impactful experience that we've had so far. So I just strongly encourage anybody who wants to check it out. There's a lot of pretty easy ways to get there. Just don't try to check in on the weekend and you'll be fine. When we left Monserat, we headed to Guadeloupe, where our first stop was day. Well, this is just about the calmest day we've had in a long time. Will's getting some work done. And we've got the sails out, but they're not really doing much. So we've been motor sailing. Heading to Guadeloupe. What?
Sails make it look good.
Yeah, we're pretending. From a distance, we look like we're doing it. And yeah, headed to Guadeloupe. Well, we're in Guadeloupe right now, we're in day, and it's not going so well. We are in a really crappy anchorage. It would be fine normally because they're free mooring balls, but right now it is full up and the ground sucks. It's either really loose grass or boulders. We're on attempt number 4 and it hasn't happened yet. You can see Will is out scouting for, I think, better places to try to drop the hook. Or maybe he's inspecting this mooring ball, actually.
That old mooring over there that everybody's avoiding. It's good. It's a good mooring. The actual mooring was in really good condition. It was thick, heavy chain. It wasn't corroded. It was just that the ball was kind of beat up, and the pendant, the piece of rope that usually has a loop from the end of it, the boat attaches to, that part was destroyed. But I figured if we pulled the boat up to it, we could just tie lines directly from our boat to the chain.
We get on moorings all the time, and my job is I've got the boat hook and I grab onto a pennant and I slip the lines through it, no problem. This one, there was no pennant. So what we had to do was grab the mooring ball with the line underneath. I don't know if my arms are long enough. It was a 2-man effort, but we got it. And the best part about finally getting this mooring ball, every other freaking boat around us gave us the death stare, because how did these kids get the mooring ball that we didn't get? So we felt pretty good about that. So we stayed in day for about 3 more days because we had such a good mooring ball, we didn't want to give it up, and did some everyday domestic duties. Bill's gonna make me pizza tonight.
Yep.
Some might think making pizza on a boat is impossible or super messy.
Some would. But it's not that hard.
How do you make dough?
Flour, water, yeast, salt. That's it. It takes a couple hours to rise. And I mean, you can do it over the course of days if you wanted to. You're just doing it this quick way. We'll cook it in 4 hours from now.
Alright.
Making some kind of French style, like creme fraiche based pizza. Creme fraiche, chev, lardons, onion, garlic. That's it.
Wow, that looks pretty darn good.
About as good as it's going to get with an oven that'll only go to 400 degrees.
Good morning. I'm gonna go get some exercise. You can have breakfast of baguette, pain au chocolat, and croissant after a 1.5 mile run, right?
For safety valve.
We didn't stay long. Headed out. So long, day. Where are we headed next?
Pigeon Island, I think. That's where the Cousteau Aqua Park, Marine Park is.
The amount of fish there was insane. We were circled by yellowtail snapper, just taunting us because they knew that we couldn't eat them. Worked on a little bit on our free diving, and just really had a blast.
Maybe 30 dives, I popped up and felt kind of mucusy. and lifted up my mask and just kind of blew my nose out, and the cat was like, "Oh, your nose is bleeding." So I shot a rocket into my hand, and sure enough, yeah, had a nose full of blood. So I think I'm trying a little too hard to compensate. So since then I've been doing a little research and working on some other exercises to help my deficiencies with equalization.
Our last stop in Guadeloupe was Les Sens. This is a picturesque chain of small islands that provides a natural harbor with an anchorage that's so calm it feels like you're at the docks. We're doing a land day. Gonna attempt to go up that peak and back around and that peak.
Walking around Baguette.
Shot a bunch of lionfish, but fed them to eels, and a couple of you suggested we eat them, so we got 2 more.
They're pretty small.
They're tiny. I watched a couple of YouTube videos. I think I know how to do this without getting stuck and poisoning myself, so we're gonna see about some lionfish for dinner. I'm scared of them. I'm not entirely convinced they're dead, so I'm gonna use this forked prong to lift them up and confirm they're dead, and then I'm going to use either scissors or a fillet knife to cut off their venomous spikes.
How did you try to subdue them?
I used half a bottle of gin.
And we actually drink gin. It's not like when we wasted the vodka.
But I couldn't get my hand in there to really put it down the gills, and I was scared of getting stuck. They're really hard to kill. They are tenacious little creatures. So I am a great waster of alcohol. If anybody has good ideas for how to kill them more efficiently, all ears.
We're also learning from YouTube videos that people will stab them in the brain underwater, which I don't even want to get anywhere near the thing. I drag them 10 feet behind me on the spear and don't even know how to get him off. So I'm not sure about reaching my hand in there and stabbing him.
So here goes nothing. Mom, if I poisoned myself, I'm sorry.
Cut off everything.
I plan to cut off everything. You cut pretty easily.
Good.
Oh. All right.
Flop him out on deck.
Lionfish, really? Lionfish 1. Thanks, lionfish. Things I would not have anticipated myself doing 4 months ago.
Just smile.
Lionfish number 2. Dinner. Here's our fillet of lionfish.
So maybe we need 2 things. We need to work on our filleting technique and maybe shoot bigger lionfish.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna fry them up with a little bit of butter and some Cajun seasonings. And we're gonna have ourselves a little lionfish snack. That looks pretty good. Smells pretty good too. Ready?
Yeah, why not? This is all I'm eating tonight.
Gonna get pretty thin pretty quick.
Maybe I'll finally win that 6-pack challenge. That's really good.
Really?
Yeah. It's light, tender, flaky. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Up next, we continue south on our progression through the Leeward Islands and visit Dominica, where we get lost trying to explore the island on our own.